So you want to main Camille? Well, do you like knives? Do you like foot knives? Do you like legs? Do you like high class? And do you like to get stepped on? Then Camille, the Steel Shadow, is for you.
He should be dead. He should be dead. He's what? He's dead? Yeah. Oh,
please. You think I'm gonna give a shit? Please, 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 Riot makes balance champions. Let's fuck up the Kazakhs. Let's just fuck him. Let's just fucking murder him. Let's kill his family and him. We're killing everything.
Does anybody see
there we
this
go.
character right here and the things that she's doing? What the fuck?
I wanted to quickly apologize that this took so long. The winter map causes me some issues with recording, so I had to wait until Summer's Rift went back to its normal green, wholesome, and bloody textures. So Camille's lore is complex, intricate, sad, and very multi-layered, just like my sexual performance. The short version is she was a wealthy, high-class Piltover citizen in Clan Pharos, making her full name Camille Pharos. At 25, her father was killed by a band of thugs, and her mother passed soon after leaving her brother, Steven, to be the head of the house. Expanding research in human Hextech augmentation, Steven inducted a lead artificer to Clan Pharos, a man named Hakim Naderi. I think is how it's pronounced. I don't know. I don't speak Shuriman tongue. The only thing I speak is glory to Shurima.
I don't like sand.
Wanting to push herself after her father's death, Camille sought to imbue her body with the Hextech alterations to protect her family and work with Hakim to try and accomplish this. The two of them started to develop a bit of a relationship for each other during the work because, well, they like each other. They like each other. I don't know if fucking sue me. They like each other. However, on the day of her alteration and with the relationship blossoming, Hakim begged her not to go through with it and got down on one knee and proposed to Miss Pharos like a fucking badass. Camille was completely torn between these two decisions, but hearing of his proposal, her brother, Steven, devised a fake assassination attempt on himself to put precedence on her protection for the family rather than the man she loved, and it worked. She hesitantly declined Hawke's proposal and replaced her heart with the glowing Hextech creation that it is now. He resigned immediately and Camille woke up from the operation with a new heart, but alone. And that was Camille's lore. Yeah, that's the short version. Lore is becoming incredibly intricate and long nowadays with new stories and comics they keep on adding. I highly suggest reading the short story, The Weakest Heart, under Camille's section. It's very well written and expresses Camille and her layered personality brilliantly. However, in-game, Camille brings the feels to your heart, just like in her lore, except the feels are all centered around anger and pain and sadness and salt and rage.
That had to go through PvE and testing, and then
no. That
made it through public beta test servers.
Camille is easily one of the most hated character classes in all of League of Legends, a high mobility, high damage AD fighter assassin. Champions in this list include Yasuo, Riven, Zed, Fiora, Aurelia, and so on. Not a group of champions people tend to enjoy fighting. She is, in my opinion, a medium learning curve and very high skill ceiling character. Not uber hard to learn, but the difference between a new Camille and one trick Camille is very apparent, and wow, does Camille hurt. She has insanely high damage, mobility out the ass, lane sustain, and one of the most infuriating ultimates in the entire game. It may even be the most annoying pain in my ass abilities in the entire game. She just makes that giant zone and says stay here, and you have to stay there unless she leaves or you knock her out of it. But guess what? Normally it's an ADC or mid laner shields. So I'm sure not only do you not have a way to knock her out, but she also has no reason to leave because she can burst you down a second later. You know, just
wow.
Yeah.
Mid is
oh shit! You pretty much have the time to go watch porn and rub one out before your screen gains its color back again. Camille brings all the frustration that so many other champions bring to League in a package that is not only savage as fuck,
no, thinking for yourself must be difficult,
but acts, knows, and is better than you. Unless you're Yoru with a hammer.
I'm about to hammer you in the jewels.
So Camille's passive is winning trades. Next auto attack creates a shield. The shield is 20% of her max HP, lasts for 1.5 seconds, only blocks physical or magic damage depending on the enemy champion type of damage, and here's the personal space math. Camille's shield is great at selective protection. Who you auto will depend on what shield you get. Auto a 9-on-1 Syndra, you get a blue magic shield. Auto a 2 and 10 Yasuo, you get an orange physical shield. Oh, I'm sorry, 10 and 2 Yasuo. The only 2 and 10 Yasuos are on my fucking team. Next up, her Q is cutting edge abilities.
Can you take one more of them tower things to give me some gold? I got it.
Jesus.
What? Why? Why, Paquito? It empowers your next auto attack and gains bonus range, increases movement speed for 1 second, can be recast again if you wait 1.5 seconds, deals double damage, percentage of damage becomes true damage, and both reset her auto attack timer and fucking Roadhouse, dude. Everything can be solved with kicking. Wait, that's the wrong video. Camille's Q is what brings such bullshit damage to the table. You get 2 free auto attack resets, and if you wait a little bit, the second one will chunk squishies and tanks alike because it's double damage and it's true damage. It's disgusting and so much fun. Camille's W is having a leg up. Oh, I'm gone.
Me, baby.
Oh shit!
that,
Where'd the Sunfire kick? Oh. Does damage in a cone, outer half cone slows, also deals extra damage, slow decays over 2 seconds, heals for bonus damage dealt, and League of Legs math. Camille's W is probably her most uninteresting spell. It has a long windup and requires you to reposition yourself to get the most damage out of it, but at the same time, it also is her best laning tool. Tons of sustain, massive slow, and does good damage early game. It's just late game and big ass team fights, it's way more important to just kick people with your giant knife legs than to try and lane a heal like that. Camille's E is 1,000 degree knives cutting their way through Summoner's Rift. Fire out a grapple in a line. Hitting terrain brings her to it. Can cast again to dive, doubles the range when casting at a champion, hitting an enemy champion stuns for 1 second, and you gain bonus attack speed for 5 seconds, and these hips do not lie. This is the move that makes Camille such a nuisance. Her ultimate is infuriating, but that's an ultimate move, and there are a million angry ultimates in the game. This move, this hook shot, gives Camille unprecedented mobility. The move itself is long range, the dive is longer range towards an enemy champion, and the stun and attack speed steroid just makes watching Camille flying towards you that much more terrifying. It is probably the best dash in the game, and wow is it strong. Finally, Camille's ultimate is the Prison of Piltover. Oh hey look, it's a Tristana. Oh, you ulted way too early, bitch. Oh shit.
No, she didn't, dude. Oh, yes, she did.
Okay. Become briefly untargetable. Leap to selected champion and creates a hexagonal zone for 4 seconds. Knocks away other champions on impact. Targets cannot leave by any means. Camille's auto attacks deal bonus damage, both in a flat and a percentage of current health. Ends if Camille kills the target or if she leaves or knocks away from the area. And don't let me in my zone. This is the ultimate. Terrifying, disgusting, and overall dispels the words no counterplay in giant hex tech letters. You don't get to flash out, you don't get to dash out, you can't teleport out, you can't grab a lantern, you can't blink, you can't do anything. You are stuck in here with me and cannot leave by any means. And as I, Camille, come walking towards you with a second charge of my Q, I expect the most glorious salt and rage to come into all chat once the screen goes black and white. So skill max, I go QEW. Q because the damage is excellent, cooldown low and scaling high. E next because lower cooldown on dash is always amazing, plus the attack speed steroid is crazy, and W last for obvious reasons. But how do I play Camille?
I can make this work.
Camille is one of my 2 favorite champions in League of Legends, Vi and Camille. Okay, Vi and Camille are going back and forth my 2 favorite champions in League of Legends. They are polar opposites in personality, but they allow me to do my favorite thing in League, which is kill shit. Camille is also completely overloaded. Let's list off the bullshit. A max health shield, 2 auto attack resets, empowered auto attack, true damage, movement speed buff, slow, max health damage, heal, 2 dashes, stun, attack speed steroid, untargetability, current health damage, flat damage buff, area lockdown zone, hot legs, legs so hot you fry an egg. This is Camille. This is the definition of an overloaded champion, and I love every single second of her. My playstyle is I like murder. I want to kill everything and everyone, and she takes that killing to a whole new level. Camille is a power fantasy. Riot specifically said that she is like the Vi of kicking, but also wanted to make a champion that made you, the person playing her, feel in control of the fight. Your shield lets you dictate when you want to trade. Your Q provides speed and lets you attack when you want to attack. Your W forces your enemy to move away in specific areas. Your E allows you to control the battlefield, and if I even need to tell you why her ultimate is a power fantasy, I'll assume you're a Bronze Yasuo player using the Project Yasuo skin because you're a Metal Gear Rising fanboy. Don't worry, I'm one too. I think this is why people hate Camille so much, because she dictates the fight. She tells you where and where not to go whenever she feels like it. That brings the feeling of not only helplessness, but also against champions like AD carries, haha, what's that? She can kill you before you experience that feeling of helplessness. Why do you think I love her so much? Lore, looks, gameplay, and playstyle was all made for me. This is the kind of champion you play if you want to make people cry and make them cry safely. So let us discuss now how to make long leg plays.
Dude, Bricky, I'm coming to save you, dude. Just hold on, all right? I got a shield.
Oh, I'm holding on, man. I'm positive.
I'm coming. I'm coming, dude. All right, I got you.
Oh! What happened to getting me? Yeah!
Oh, he won.
Yes!
Did that
Yes!
surrender at 20?
Planned! In lane, your W is what's going to keep you alive. You actually don't have the raw damage or health to out-trade effectively in the beginning, so you can take some trades, maybe lose them by a little bit, then heal them all up afterwards with your W. Once you get level 3, you can really start causing problems for your opponent. Don't use your E too often or else junglers will take advantage of that and wind up killing you a lot more often than you expect. Mid-game, roam mid and kill the enemy. If you have ultimate, those 4 seconds of lockdown should be more than enough to kill the mid laner as long as your mid laner is helping. Once you have Triforce or at least a Sheen, your power spike is really going to start hitting. This is when you can start stomping on bot lane, stomping on your lane. Sheen alone gives your pushing power twice as much strength as it did, especially now that your Q will be such a low cooldown. So fuck up those turrets. Late game, not too hard to understand. Get tanky, go in, ult the AD carrier mid laner, fucking destroy them, get out, and come back when your cooldowns are back up. Listen, Camille doesn't have much crazy different strategies than any other high mobility fire or assassin. Doing it is simple. It's about her mechanics that are important. Let me tell you some fun tips and tricks you may not know. Camille's auto attacks come out actually very fast, so auto attack reset should be done at the middle of the strike, not the end, because you can make use on the extra time. Camille's W can be cast while traveling with your E, so using it during your second E can give you good damage and maybe a free heal. If you plan to use your E in the fog of war, even if you can't see them, you will travel the increased distance toward the enemy champion. So you not only know there's a champion there, but also the general vicinity of where you should travel. Camille's ultimate will track where it lands, so if you ult a champion and they flash or dash or anything in between, you will go with them. You can also flash during your second E to land a stun in a different spot. And finally, make sure you always use the second true damage proc of your Q when you have Sheen, because the Sheen cooldown and the time it takes for you to wait for your Q is almost identical, or it might actually be identical. The general gist is Camille has a lot of very interesting mechanical aspects and plays you can make with her, and you gotta learn that shit if you want to play her well and master her. For Camille builds, I go with Sunfire Cape against AD or Spectre's Cowl against AP, build in a Triforce and possibly Tiamat if I need the wave clear, go to Titanic and then full tank. I also take Fervor of Battle Masteries and attack speed and damage runes. She has one skin, and that's Monsoon Camille. For Camille counters, I'd say Fior, Poppy, and Garen. Fior because she's one of the only duelists that can effectively outduel Camille, and also Camille's E is so easily telegraphed that the parry will simply stun Camille no problem. Poppy because she's Poppy, and her W stops Camille's E altogether, and then she's stuck by the wall, so Poppy can then smash her into it and get a boatload of damage. And finally Garen because his silence is crippling against Camille, and his lane sustain helps him regain from trades. And now before I go, here are the usual Camille clips. Enjoy. This gonna be good. Hello. Oh.
Where is your fucking top laner, huh? Dick flicker?
Whoa.
Sorry, I got excessive. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I got you. I did damage.
All right, we're good. We're solid. Okay, we're still solid. That's good. That's good. That's good. We're good.
Wait,
All right.
When are they gonna surrender? Look at Bricky's score. It's like more than their entire team.
I think we're solid. It is more than their entire team.
Baddragon.com sponsored. Code Bricky, 10% off.
Hell yeah.
Dude, that'd be a hell of a sponsorship, to be honest.
You know, I would honestly love a Bad Dragon sponsorship, but I personally prefer lootcrate.com/Bricky using promo code Bricky for 10% off.
If
And
you
then
want Bricky to
you can go
fuck
ahead
you
and you
personally.
can no, hold on, Fluffy, I'm not done yet. You could get loot anime with themes like Log Horizon and No Game No Life, or gaming with themes like Resident Evil 7 and Portal. Hey Fluffy, are you gonna buy loot anime?
Fuck yeah, I am right now. Let me AFK.
In my personal opinion, Camille should get a nerf. She's been nerfed a few times by the making of this video. She lost that 2 AD as well as the lower percentage of true damage early game and her health growth stat as well as her shield duration in later ranks. At this point, it's hard to balance someone like Camille because you want her to be bullshit at the same time as not making her overpowered. It's hard to tell when Camille can be overpowered if she's like 9-1 and causing bullshit. It's the same issue with champions like Riven and Yasuo and the like. I don't know what they should nerf, but there are so many values on Camille because she's overloaded that there's so many things they can touch to go ahead and make like small nerfs in different areas and then make her seem balanced instead of just gutting certain abilities. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching this So You Want a Main Camille video. If this guide got you to Challenger, go ahead and hit me up with those likes, subs, and YouTube comments. Give me that algorithm, boy. And my name has been Bricky, and please don't fuck up my solo queue. Bye-bye.